show, the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to The Toast and happy Thursday. That should be cause to celebrate, latter half energy. But something major has happened in my life. I don't even know if I've told you about this, Jax. Hey, Jax, how you doing?
I'm darn good. What's happened that could mess with this Thursday energy?
My husband has a cough.
Oh.
The marital bed has become a sort of personal hellscape. The cough is actually ruining my family. It's ruining my life. The cough woke me up in the middle of the night. It sounded like a high-pitched screech. And then I was up for 2 hours just like chilling.
I cannot with you guys. I seriously cannot. First of all, I think much like other women.
Don't say you guys.
No, because it's like he does something he's so wrong for. He's impossibly wrong.
Like you're coughing in my house.
Like you're screaming. You're screaming about everything.
I didn't scream.
So crazy. It's the time in your pregnancy where you and your husband need separate bedrooms.
So
Au revoir, husband.
I did chat with him this morning about leaving the marital bed and what that means for our future. Now, he was absolutely devastated. He was shocked to hear me say that. I'm like, you are supposed to be my partner in all of this, right? And you are now actively like an obstacle in my rest and the rest of your child. The baby was kicking all night. The baby was very disturbed by what was going on in my home.
Papa's sick.
He said, is that a cough? Yucky. That's what the baby said to me in the middle of the night. So I told Ben, I'm like, listen, you are no longer helping. You're hurting.
You're no longer welcome.
It's time for you to leave the marital bed. And once he heard that, like he's been like sucking on lozenges and honey and tea all morning. Because one thing about Ben, like he loves our bed. And
literally, I don't care.
We are not the type of couple who like really ever sleeps in separate beds, like for good reasons or bad. Like if we have a fight, sorry, we're sleeping in the same bed. Like we both love our bed so much. If Ben like, has to wake up really early, he won't sleep in the guest room. No, we don't fuck with the guest room. Like we love our bed.
It's a foreign concept to you, but you do have a pull-out couch.
I do. It's really beautiful.
And I think it's time. It's disturbing your sleep. This is a very normal thing that happens.
It's
we can't go through this every night.
Here comes goodbye.
Oh my God, we have a story today by way of Rascal Flats that I am quaking in my boots.
I have a lot of thoughts on it too as well. With love, Rascal.
With love, Rascal.
You look so cute. That set that you're wearing, I actually ordered.
And you ordered it a while ago because I wore this like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, I've been wearing the pants quite a lot because they fit.
No, I didn't see. The cardigan is small.
Snug.
Like,
it's a snug cardigan.
And then when I got it, I was like, oh my God, I'm a wildebeest. Like, this doesn't even close.
Yeah, no, it's actually a sweater that makes you want to kill yourself.
No, but when you look at the model, like it's meant to be like
cinched
and like tight and worn high and it's fucking weird.
It's certainly not for me during this time in my life, but I did hold on to it. Mostly like I haven't shopped at all. And if anything doesn't even remotely make me feel good, I throw it right back in the box. But I don't know. I thought that this particular cardigan would be an emblem of hope and optimism for the future.
It's not.
Why?
This cardigan?
Yeah, like one day.
No, because it's not even about that you're pregnant. It's the way that the cardigan is.
No, Jackie, it's an emblem of the future.
You need a better emblem, I'm telling you.
I actually have a closet full of emblems. I don't know why I decided to keep this one, but I look at it every day and I say, you are my future.
Well, it's also like you buy it as a set, so you couldn't send back the sweater without the pants.
Yes, you can. They were separate.
They were?
Because I bought it in navy too, and I wasn't keeping 2 emblems.
Oh, navy's cute. Maybe I should get that one.
Yeah, so like big shopaholic over here. What's new with you? We haven't even chatted since yesterday.
I know. What's new with me? Well, Redheads is up. So after you listen to the Toast, head over to the Redheads for a fantastic episode. Like seriously, hilarious girls just having
So a lot
is
new with you.
So a lot's new with me because I was editing that yesterday. I watched even more TV because I watched Summer House, which I was so excited to watch. Then I went back to WLM. Mm-hmm. Has anybody made it to the 8th episode?
Yeah, this girl I follow on TikTok who does like really, she's British too.
She did.
Really scathing takedowns of everyone. And she happens to really like Megan and did a pretty critical take of the show while being respectful, of course. And she's, as far as I know, the only person who watched.
I don't know anyone personally who's made it to the 8th episode.
Also important to note, you don't know a lot of people personally.
That's not true.
Like that you would chat about this with. It's like pretty much.
This is like all I chat with.
With people. All I like, how many people?
I don't know. Why are you coming after me?
No, I'm not coming after you.
My circle of friends.
I'm just saying, we're not, you and I both, we're not like, the girls with a million friends.
No, but every clip that I've seen is from an episode I've already seen. I've yet to see one clip from like the 8th episode.
Past,
The 8th episode. Who's the guest? Like, I don't know anything. Right. I'm not sure, other than that girl, that anyone has made it there. I plan to make it there. I think I finished episode 5 last night. She had her 2 friends on who we recognized from her documentary. One of them was on Suits. Did you ever watch Suits? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
who was it?
Abigail Spencer. She's like
she
black
red
hair. No.
Is she black or white?
She's white.
So not Donna? Well, maybe she doesn't have red hair anymore.
Yeah, she has black hair. She's black of hair now.
Abigail Spencer. Do you feel like Talk to Text is getting worse? Oh, of course, Abigail Spencer. She was actually like really kind of a light guest cameo in a couple episodes. Yeah.
She was super bubbly. I liked her on the episode.
She's a cutie. She's like a working actress. She's not super, she's like a recognizable foch.
Yeah. Oh my God. And she was with another friend, and the 3 of them were giving the 3 friends for White Lotus, like sitting around just talking about the importance of female friendships at this stage of our lives. Like, it was seriously comedic.
Honestly, sounds like Summer House, which we're going to get into, but Summer House was also giving the importance of female friendships.
Yes, in a way that I didn't realize was happening. Like, of course, I knew that like Paige is super close with Hannah and close with Amanda on the show. I didn't watch during the years when they were a threesome. I didn't watch the year that Hannah was fired. So like, I didn't know that Paige was dealing with all of this. And I've always thought like, oh, it's probably weird that she's so close with Hannah and Hannah has beef with Kyle. But like, that's, coincidence.
No,
I didn't realize how much it informs her life.
And it's also something they've never really talked about. So last night was kind of a big episode, one, because it was entertaining and there was a big blow up, but because this like big elephant and this line that Paige walks. And when she was like, Giggly Squad is my whole life, and I literally come to this house for 2 months and I can't even talk about it. Like, it was a long overdue, them addressing like this huge elephant in the room. Mm-hmm. And I think also with this, like, I feel, and this is just a feeling that I have based on like, I feel like one time when Hannah and Paige were talking about it, I feel like Paige looks back on that time with a little bit of regret, like not defending Hannah as much as she could have. And I think that like last night's episode was her sort of resurrecting that and like she's not going to let it happen again with Craig. But now it's all moot.
Now it's all moot with Craig. But I also think like things have aged well for Hannah, where it's like not unpopular to say like, you were wrong. Like, the thing is with Hannah
didn't
like fall out of the Bravo universe.
No. And Hannah like stands on her own 2 feet, but like the Summer House community and people who love their podcast, like the line is, it's like, these are 2 different people. It's not like we look back at Hannah's episodes and are like, oh, she was wronged for that. No, everyone's like holding space for 2 things. Do you know what I mean?
That's funny. Is she 2 different people? Like, is Giggly Squad, like, was she not able to be herself like that when she was on the show?
I actually didn't watch Hannah's season.
Oh, okay.
But it's pretty much understood like she was the woat on the season, which like everyone's entitled to. Look at very Cavallari Shannon Ford. Like,
right.
Just because you're a woat on reality TV does not make you a bad person. And then like, I think people got to see like the real Hannah on her podcast, and that's why she's had so much success with like her comedy and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like we're going back and being like, no, we were seeing it wrong back then. No, she was funny. She was like a shit starter, and she was like, whatever. So we'll get into that.
Yeah. So that's what I did last
I watched
evening.
Summer House, and I also watched a little bit of Desperate Housewives. I caught up with some friends over dinner. I had a kosher hamburger. It was partial-ish. And yeah, just like kind of a regular night for a regular girl. We're so regular.
Yeah, made dinner.
What'd you have?
Relaxed. I made chicken tacos, like shredded chicken.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up.
You know what? Megan didn't know how to shred chicken.
I agree with her. What, like, do you use a fork or do you use a...
I have graduated to the mixer.
Right.
Because it just like comes out better, but you can use a fork. It depends how many pieces I'm doing.
There's so many different ways to eat tacos, of course. And when I speak of tacos, I am, of course, speaking of like white people, old El Paso tacos.
I'm like on authentic. Siete now. I do siete.
That's a little more authentic, but like I'm not talking about like burrito tacos that like are actual Mexican food. I'm talking about like my assimilated tostada version. And of course you can do ground beef. Of course you can do ground chicken. Some freaks do ground turkey. When I was on Weight Watchers, like I did that and I'm sorry, I was wrong for that. And then of course you can do shredded chicken. And I'm just like, and you know I love chicken. Chicken is my life. I have chicken every single day. I feel like shredded chicken, like rotisserie chicken shredded and then like made taco-esque, like Mexican-y. I feel like it's not the vibe.
Oh, I've been really into it. It's really easy to make. And I boil the chicken first, then shred it, and then put the seasoning on. I think that's right.
Like, I feel like Olivia's favorite too.
She does like to shred chicken.
I don't know. It's not giving to me like authentic old El Paso. Do you know what I mean?
That's why I didn't say I had taco night. You recognize that? I did. I had to say I had shredded chicken taco night.
Because it was different from all other taco nights.
Yeah, it wasn't like what you think of when you think of taco night.
And like if you're just like a straight white American and you're inviting me over for tacos and there isn't like a ground beef or a ground chicken on the table, like that's, in my opinion, not a taco night.
No, it's a shredded chicken taco night.
Right.
You know what I'm thinking today? I was like looking at my fridge, like starting
Taking
to map
inventory.
out dinner.
Yeah.
And
that's the best.
I have the ingredients for a chili. You know? Which isn't usually how I approach a chili. Usually the chili approaches me.
you
I look
via
outside.
circumstance.
I feel how am I feeling? But no, I don't. I think I have to make a chili. I have ground beef that's about to go bad. I have 3 peppers that are about to go bad. Like I have celery that's about to go bad. I know
Sounds like it's going to be like a really good chili.
Well, no, it's going to be like cooked to oblivion.
Now, it's so funny that you brought that up because you never know when like it's going to be your last chili of the season, right?
Right.
And because, like you said, it's usually dictated by circumstance, primarily weather. And we in New York, like we are far past chilly weather.
Yeah.
Like it's gorgeous. It's 50, 60 degrees. It has been for the last couple of days. I feel like my last chili of the winter 25 season, like I feel like it's behind me. I think it's over.
You didn't even get to say goodbye.
I know, but that's kind of what makes it so special. It's like you never know when it's going to be your last chili.
Yeah. Plus, I think chili and third trimester are not simpatico.
Heartburn?
The heartburn, yeah.
That's a fair
It's
point.
not really like what you're craving.
No, and any time over the last couple of months when like Ben has been rattling me off like the 4 things I like for dinner, he's like, "Well, do you want grilled chicken? Do you want chili?" And I haven't been it hasn't been speaking to me.
Yeah, I understand that.
You know?
I think that's just a natural process.
Yeah. Baby doesn't like chili.
Bebe does not want chili. You hate to say
It is what it is. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. Did you hear about Dolly Parton's husband? So sad.
I did.
Not like a story worthy, but I'm sending her love.
Yeah. Must
Sad.
be a hard time.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I was listening to some worship music this morning.
Oh, that's nice.
I was in the mood to praise.
That's beautiful. I was listening to some new music. You know,
I have no space in my life for new music.
I know, but like I literally go to my like songs. I listen to the same 5 songs over and over again. I'm like, I have to get new songs on this playlist. So I have to go out there. I have to go out there and dive into some new music Friday.
The Rascal Flatts Jonas Brothers collab is like
Is the first song on my liked. I listen to it every minute of every day.
It's like the most recent song in the last couple of months that I've added to my liked, and it's like the only new song I've committed to.
But the only way I'm going to get songs on that playlist is if I get out there.
You know, fun fact, actually Nick wrote that song with like other songwriters, but it was like kind of Nick's project.
That's
I feel like
fun.
they're really I feel like they got really competitive. I could analyze the like dynamics of the Jonas Brothers all day long, but I feel like because for so long it was a question of who's the lead singer, Joe or Nick, Joe or Nick, Joe or Nick, Joe or Nick, and then a couple of years ago it like wasn't even a question anymore. Like it was clearly Nick. Oh, excuse me, Joe. And like Nick kind of stopped trying to vie for that spot. But now I feel like he tries to like vie as like, well, I'm the real genius behind this band. I write a lot of the music.
Yeah.
And a lot of his like social media content, even this video I saw of him writing I Dare You with Shane McAnally and like other big country people. Like he's like, yeah, fine, Joe, you can have like the stage, but like everybody knows I'm the brains.
Yeah, that's a good look for him. And he's talented. So get your flowers.
I think it worked out nicely for everybody, specifically Kevin. Do you think that they split the profits of the Jonas Brothers evenly between the 3 of them?
I do.
I do too.
It doesn't work if they don't. And
we run a family business.
When they were airing out their dirty laundry in their documentary, they would have mentioned that.
Yeah. Yeah. It would have been so messy.
Yeah. No, especially because Nick and Joe have to make the same for this to work.
Yeah. I guess like it could be like 40, 40, 20. But no,
That's
that would
weird.
be wrong.
Yeah.
That'd be wrong.
And why?
Like, why would Kevin stick around for that?
Yeah. So now I think without further ado, it is time for the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
Jackie, like, seriously, do you not like it? I like it.
You have to trust the natural process.
Well, my natural process
Some
is like
days
waiting
I
for
do
you
this,
to hear that. Waiting for you to sing
Sometimes I
it.
do this. Sometimes I do that.
The Fast 5 stories you need to know. You did it, do.
Trust the process.
Today's episode is brought to you by Skims. So Skims bras and underwears are truly the best intimates that I've ever owned. My top drawer has really slowly been converted to exclusively Skims items, and every time I need something new, replacing like a bra, underwear, strapless, whatever it is, control top, I go to skims.com because I just know that they're going to have what I need. Especially these days, my needs have changed a little bit. I'm not reaching for my control top undies as much as I used to. I'm reaching for a little bit more comfortable items, and the Fits Everybody collection from Skims is just the best, especially for pregnancy. I had them before pregnancy, but like I've come to have a real love and respect for that collection. Their bralettes from that collection really are so fabulous. I wear them all around my house. The days of me not wearing a bra, like that's just not something I can do right now. And so I need something comfortable, something stretchy, something with adjustable straps that still gives me support but doesn't have underwire. I love the bralettes. Also love the Skims. I keep trying like new categories from Skims. Every time I need something, I'll like go. I've loved their strapless bras for a while. It's just like the best destination for all things feminine, all things undergarments. If you need anything, whether you're like going to a wedding and you need special shapewear, they have everything. They have shapewear with one leg, shapewear with two legs, shapewear down to the knee. Like they really have everything that you can need, whether you're trying to be comfortable like me or you're trying to be fabulous like Jax. Shop Skims and their best intimates, including that Fits Everybody collection that I was talking about, and more at skims.com.
My bodysuit today is Skims.
Pop off, queen. Look, yeah, they do
purgy
clothes
pink.
too. They do pajamas. They
That
do everything.
t-shirt that you stole from me?
Yes, I'm
That's
wearing it a
from
lot.
Fits
And I just
Everybody.
ordered another one. It's the Skims, skims.com, and they also have a new New York flagship store on Fifth Avenue, so you guys should check that out. Today's episode is also brought to you by Avara. So if you're looking for on-trend, high-quality pieces that are perfect for spring, Avara is the place to go. They offer carefully curated designs and affordable pieces, making it easy to refresh your wardrobe without breaking the bank. Because, like, especially in this season of my life, like I just need tops, you know, like sweaters and tops that I can wear the same black pants with every day, but I just need a rotating like stream of different tops and sweaters that are cute, that are stylish. But especially when you're on camera, you know, everybody remembers how much you wear things.
Switch it up.
You got to switch it up. And Avara is great because they have really great pricing and they have sizes up to triple XL. There's really something for everybody, no matter your body type. I like that they go up to triple XL also because I love to size up in sweaters. I just think it's like a cozier, cuter look. They have a range of versatile styles that let you mix and match spring styles for endless outfits. So many of like the sweaters that I wear on the toast every day. That they have like really cute seasonal ones. Like during the holidays, I had really cute like candy cane ones. They're from Avara. It's such a great place to shop, and their new spring collection is now live. So if you go to their website, shopavara.com, use our code TOAST, you'll get 20% off your first purchase. So once you order, you'll really be hooked, and it'll be your first of many orders, and it's a place that you can feel good about shopping because it's not crazy pricey. So the website is shopavara, shopavara.com. The discount code is TOAST for 20% off your first purchase. Remember the name, Avara, because everyone's going to ask where you got your outfit. Sounds like they're trying to say the name on everybody's lips is
Avara. And that's really true.
correct.
Our first story is the other name on everybody's lips. Rascal Flatts have announced that they are doing, I don't know what this is exactly called, but it's like a
greatest hits collab album.
Greatest Hits collab album. So they are putting out an album called Life is a Highway, Refueled Duets. So they are redoing their most popular songs with popular artists. And
In country and beyond.
so the last time I felt this way, like I feel like sick with excitement and like how overwhelmed I am. The last
so
time I felt this
funny.
way was the Greatest Showman reimagined album, where that like Greatest Showman was my favorite movie musical of all time. I love the music, and like just when I was maybe moving on from it, they announced a reimagined album where like Kelly Clarkson's doing Never Enough, Pink is doing Million Dreams. Like seriously, I could vomit.
No, I like the concept of taking. It reminds me a lot of that album of Elton John's greatest hits that, you know, Miley did a song for, Casey Musgraves did a song for, like reimagined covers. Now, I'm glad to be getting anything from Rascal Flatts, and I don't want to be seen as a complainer because I'm not. However, when I saw that they were like announcing something music-wise, like this isn't what I had like number one hoped for. I would have loved, new music. Mm-hmm. Having said that, it's something, and I do think like this is the first step in coming back because they didn't retire for no reason. Like the culture slept on them, and we all need to wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
So I think like doing collabs with they have a big rising country TikTok girl on there, Backstreet Boys, so they're going pop. Like they're really targeting different genres and demographics. It's a good way to get your name back out there before you release new music. So I understand the marketing and the strategy here.
Yeah, so here are the songs that they're doing on the album and with whom. 1, I Dare You with Jonas Brothers, which we know. 2, Fast Cars and Freedom with Jason Aldean. Like, I'm seriously going to pass away.
That's such an underrated Rascal Flatts song. Fast Cars,
It's top 3.
It's literally like me with the window down, driving in the passenger seat.
Like, I'm so excited. Next, My Wish with Carly Pars.
So a lot of the Rascal Flatts songs that are like greatest hits that are on this album, like aren't my go-to faves. You know what I mean? Like, where's Riot? But people love, Bless the Broken Road, Life is a Highway. These are their best known songs. So I understand like My Wish is one of those.
Yeah.
It's not the song I go to first, second, third, fourth, fifth.
It's worth mentioning that Bless the Broken Road is not on here, and I'm kind of grateful for that. Like, it's
also not their song, right? It's a cover.
Oh, yeah.
So is Life is a Highway.
And then
Wait, actually, I don't know. I might have just made that up. Hold on.
Next
You
is
can keep going.
Mayberry with Blake Shelton. Like such a
Miss
deep
Mayberry.
cut. Like it's gonna be
That's
so
a deep
good.
cut.
Yeah.
Sitting on a porch drinking ice cold cherry.
Coke.
I'm
When
so
everything
glad.
was
Wait,
black and white.
you're going to Rascal Flatts soon, right?
I am. And Marco's going this weekend.
Oh, you're not going with her for that? I thought she was
She's
flying
doing
you.
a dry run to make sure that the tickets are good.
That's so
she
funny.
talked about this on the Redheads because she was like nervous. I'm
That
sure
is
also
so
she
funny.
wants to go twice, but she's like scared of me, and she should be.
Bless the Broken
'Cause
Road.
if she
Oh,
got
I'm
us
sorry.
bad
It was.
tickets,
It's
she's
Hannah
finished.
Montana. I mean, it's Hannah Montana. It's Rascal Flatts. I made that up. Life is a Highway is a cover, but Bless the Broken Road is not.
Then 5, Stand with Brandon Lake. Stand, also a deep cut, a Paraji song. I don't know Brandon Lake, but I look forward to meeting him.
Yes, you do.
How do I know him?
I'll tell you. Let me fact check.
How do you know him?
I'll tell you. As long as, literally the song I was listening to this morning, I've got a reason to pray.
Oh, so he's a Christian artist?
Praise the Lord. Elevation Worship, my king.
Beautiful. And I guess Stand is definitely has a lot of faith behind it.
I'm sorry. Not Elevation Worship. I got my churches confused, Jackie. This one's my favorite. Maverick City Music.
Maverick. He's
Wait,
the
and what
Maverick.
song is he on?
Stand.
Oh, that's going to be fucking Parjay.
6, Summer Nights with Ashley Cook. Now I know Ashley Cook like has to be on this album just like for country music to
work.
see another day. But like Summer Nights we love.
Yeah. And she's also like a strategic move. She's huge on TikTok. She has a new collab with Jonas. She's like really young country digital artist. So this is them, getting the young folks.
She's the girl in the front row singing. They're the boys
I'm
and the
such the
wheels
boy with
that
the wheels.
bring them. I'm literally so excited for their concert. Like,
No, I feel really sick.
yeah.
Shit.
It's going to be a Pargy weekend.
I
Then
can't get on a plane.
what hurts the most with Backstreet Boys? Okay, so 8 people on one song. Fun.
No, you know what? It's good. It's good because I was going to skip the Backstreet Boys collab and I was probably going to skip What Hurts the Most because it's just like a little overplayed in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm only skipping one song.
I'm not complaining. And the fact that the Backstreet Boys like respect Rascal Flatts, like, thank you.
Yes, and I do think that like this is like a treat for OG Rascal Flatts fans because I think there's a lot of crossover between the two in terms of like age demographic and fans. So it's good.
For sure. The next one, maybe the best one yet. Yours If You
Okay, for
Want
me?
It with Jordan Davis. Is everyone going to be okay?
Oh, I've
I'm
chills.
not, because I'm
It's
not.
yours if you want
No.
it.
And the fact that we're going to get like new versions of these songs that we love, but that were recorded like 20 years ago, but it's going to be like new instruments, maybe a couple new riffs. Like it's kind of like, Taylor's versions.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh my gosh. Like,
You know what? I'm getting way more excited having
overwhelmed.
broken it down with you. Did we miss the Uncasville show? Did it happen already?
no, I think that's what Margot's going to.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah. And that's at Foxwood. I think.
I really want to go.
I mean, sometimes you have to miss amazing concerts when you're pregnant. Like, I'm so sorry. I missed Luke Combs at MSG.
You also missed Taylor. Eras. Nashville.
But I saw it.
Yeah, but like our big trip
Yeah.
that you like couldn't go
That's
on.
okay. That doesn't haunt me, actually, which is weird because it was like my
you
sisters
ended
and
up
my
going.
friends. No,
Yeah,
it's
it was like us and all of Jackie's friends.
It's just because like there was no world in which I could possibly go.
Yeah.
But at Luke Combs at MSG, when I'm like down the street by myself and my sisters are at Luke Combs, like that haunts me.
I just feel like if Rascal really wanted me there, he would like send a plane for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Next, we have Life is a Highway with Lizzie Hale. I expect you to tell me who that is.
I have literally
She's
no
not
idea.
like one of your TikTok girls.
Lizzie Hale?
Yeah, I think Billboard forgot the I because it's LZZY Hale, but I'm assuming
No,
Lizzie.
that's her name. Lizzie.
You're lying.
I swear, LZZY Hale. She's like a rocker. She's an American musician. She serves as the lead singer and rhythm guitarist of hard rock band Hailstorm, which she co-founded with her brother in '97. This is like a total blind spot for me.
So she's just in a different genre. She's not a TikTok person. I didn't know.
Wait, that's like really weird.
And then the last one is I'm Moving On with Kelly Clarkson. You guys,
What?
I feel like I'm being pranked. Is it April 1st?
I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Now I can see the life has been patiently waiting for me. Oh my God, do you think there's any show that like Kelly's going to show up at? Do you think it's going to be Uncasville? Because then I'll go.
No, because I think it's just like, then it becomes a free-for-all. Plus, this is happening on June 6th, so like we have some time.
Oh, okay.
But you should talk to Satchel.
Okay, I'm thinking, here's my plan. I actually have a really good plan. Tell me what you think. I'm not going to go to the concert. But my 31st birthday is in July. And I think we just like splurge and we pay for Rascal Flatts to come to our house and sing for us. Like,
I 100% agree.
Like, I'll start like accepting like some rogue brand deals. If you guys see the content, just like it and move on.
I wonder how
Maybe
much
leave a
it costs
comment.
for a private event. $250,000.
I'm going to find out.
Yeah. Right? Because, like, the big, like, you know, Beyonce is probably like $1 million.
No. Like 6 million.
Oh. I don't think they're $1 million, but they do have to
No.
split 3 ways.
They're at a tier like where you're at a certain level. And I remember this because when Brian was throwing the Points Guy Awards, he would always choose a performer and he had like sponsors pay for it, but he had a budget. So he would get this budget and get a list of people and their rates. And we would like sit and go through it. It was like my favorite thing. And it was a lot less than you would think for most people who are like well-known, but not Taylor Swift.
So do you think like 250,000 is a good guess?
I do actually.
Okay, Claudia. Like, let's break out the piggy bank. We're going to start saving.
Yeah, no. Any brands who are looking for like a deal, just reach out. I will do everything but nudity.
Would you get on Cameo for this?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Can we find out how much a private performance from Rascal Flatts would cost?
I hope we find out before this episode is over. Not to like put them on blast.
I think that we are at the same agency as them, so I do think it'll be quite easy.
Get a deal, maybe the fees.
And maybe like we could do some social posts, like
100%.
barter.
And you could have, oh, by the way, you could have like a birthday party this summer at the house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like with other people. It's not just like me and you listening to them.
Why?
And like maybe you
Who
could
else?
ask the guests to contribute as like part.
Yeah,
like
a cover.
In lieu of gifts, please contribute to the Rascal Flatts Fund.
Foundation. No, we'll charge a cover, like $5 for girls, $10 for guys.
Yeah.
Okay, I have someone working on it.
Okay, well, that's exciting. And I'm so excited. Thank you, Rascal Flatts. Thank you for coming back together. And I do think that this is the beginning of them working together again. I don't think they retired. I think they needed time off. And now, like, they'll probably have a lot of fun
You
with
don't
this.
think they needed time away from one another, like it was an interpersonal issue?
But they're also getting old. I don't think it's so interpersonal when they've been doing it for 30 years and, like, they're a well-oiled machine. I think it was more so tiresome. It felt like their time to go. And then they realized that it was not their time to go.
It so wasn't their time to go.
I hope they have a blast on tour. I hope that this album gets all of its flowers and they're like, okay, the world needs us. We're back.
I'm moving on.
They're not moving on. How about that?
I'm moving on. Like, I seriously am excited now. And I wasn't, like, when I saw it before, I was like, oh, Backstreet Boys, huh? But I didn't actually take a look. I was wrong for that. I'm sorry. I spoke before I thought, which I never do.
I'm glad that I could make you excited.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you ready for our next story? It's not funny.
guess.
It's not funny.
Why are you chuckling over there? Chuckles.
I'm not. But Jennifer Hudson was hit in the face by a basketball while sitting courtside at the Knicks game.
Yep.
So Jennifer Hudson had the spotlight on her when an accident at the New York Knicks game interrupted her date night. That's so Knicks. Like, they can't even throw the ball on the court. They have to hit someone.
The thing is, if you watch the video, it actually wasn't the Knicks' fault. It was Common's fault.
What?
She's sitting next to Common.
Yeah.
And the ball is definitely in their vicinity. And he like goes to block her face, but punches her. Like,
oh,
if you watch it in really slow
but the
motion.
ball goes out of bounds.
Yes. She's sitting right there in the front.
Yeah, he did try to help. Also, I guess I didn't remember that Jennifer Hudson and Common are dating.
Oh, what?
Aren't they dating if they went to a basketball game together?
I thought that like all the celebrities sit in the same area and they just happened to be like their parties were seated next to one another.
Perhaps. No, I think they're dating.
But I ship.
Yeah, right?
Things that make sense. Maybe they are. I guess, were
And
they
also,
there together?
This is kind of like a meet cute. Like, oh,
yes.
Hit. Oh, let me help you.
By the way, it's literally the premise of Common's movie, my favorite movie of all time, Just Right. He's like a basketball player. It's okay. It's not like that similar.
Yeah.
But Jennifer Hudson and Common
yeah,
dating.
she was
I think
sitting
you're right.
courtside with her partner, Common.
They confirmed their relationship publicly in early 2024, but rumors have been circulating since 2022. So this
They've
is like
been together
a
a long
relationship.
time. And it's just worth noting that the Knicks player lost control of the ball. Do you want to know his name? Should we shame him?
Okay, I know was it Jalen Brunson?
No. And it wasn't the guy that you told Ben
Ben
about
that I knew?
Luke Combs.
Who was it?
It was Miles McBride.
I don't even know him.
So he owes her an apology.
Yeah, by the way, they lost control of it, but like the ball was like sort of thwarted into her face by Common.
Yeah, and then it hit her glasses. So then like the glasses hit your face. Like that just really hurts.
By the way, if you watch the video, it's very clear she's on the verge of tears.
Yeah. Oh my God, I would be. Like it's painful.
And she knows she's on camera and she's on a date.
And it's shocking. Like when you get hit, like it's just, you didn't expect that. And so it's like, you're afraid.
And I saw truly the funniest tweet about this. Like I was giggling about it for 3 hours last night. It's from Michelle Collins. And she's responding to the video and she goes, Effie, we all got pain. Like so fucking funny, so niche. I was laughing so hard.
Niche.
So niche. Like it wasn't English to a lay person, but to me it meant the world.
Yeah.
Effie, I got pain. Like, so funny. I was laughing. This is like genuinely my worst nightmare. There's nothing worse than being hit in the face. And your immediate reaction is to like cry. You're in pain, but you're also embarrassed. For it to be on TV, like on the front row of a Knicks game, you're on a date with your boyfriend. Like, I actually she has my heartfelt thoughts and prayers.
No, same. Everyone thinks like sitting courtside is so glamorous. Like, I guess no thanks.
No, I could tell you sitting courtside is cool because like you're so close, but it's a little scary because you're too close. The seats are so close together. You have no elbow room. It's actually not like a great place for a date. If he really loved her, he would put her in a suite.
Yeah, but they've been dating for so long now that it's not like a date where we have to be able to connect and this and
Right.
that. Like you want to be in the game. You want to feel the sweat dripping.
Effie, we all got pain.
So I'm sorry that happened to her.
I'm really sorry to this woman. Like that's...
Like, what are the odds that someone gets hit and that it's Jennifer Hudson?
It's usually like a nobody who paid like $6,000
We wouldn't
for
even
that seat.
hear about it.
Yeah.
When someone, like if someone got hit with the ball. And then we'd also be like, oh, they must be so excited because they're like huge. That's like catching a ball, you know, in baseball.
Right.
But no,
right.
it's not like that at all.
No, because you live with a big bruise on your face.
It's just like, no, that's not right.
It's
and
not
the
right.
Knicks, like the Knicks need to play better.
Well, that's, I think, sort of like an overarching theme of the last
Like
decade.
you're hurting people.
Yeah, no, now like you are so bad, it's actually causing physical pain to your fans. And that's where we draw the line.
Yeah.
I'm wishing you're the best. You ever see something happen to somebody and like selfishly your first thought is like, thank God that wasn't me. That's how I felt when I watched this video. Because I would like actually start crying and I would get like mad too. Like rage.
I would get mad.
Yeah, I'd be like, you fucking jerk.
I'd be like, give me that ball.
But you're on TV.
Give me the ball.
You're on TV. You're on TV. Wishing her well.
Are you ready for our next story? Mm-hmm. It's our third story.
You know what? And I was just about to ask, and I self-soothed. Like I knew it
She
was
put
going to be the
herself
third.
back down.
Correct.
Pete Davidson offers Colin Jost a $20,000 olive branch following the feud that made them stop speaking. So these two are funny, and they're always spending money.
Yeah, I thought that they were good. They bought that stupid ass boat.
Yeah, but I think the boat came between them for a lot of different reasons. I think it was a money pit. I don't think they were each contributing like the same amount of sweat equity
Effort.
and interest.
Yeah.
And now Pete Davidson is on the road to making amends with Colin Jost. So he gifted him a $20,000 Cartier watch following the pair's alleged fallout, Page 6 can confirm. The luxury timepiece was an olive branch from Pete to Colin after their rumored rift behind the scenes of SNL. The Sun was the first to report the news that Pete gifted him the watch after I hate when they do this, like when they're like, after the King of Staten Island star left rehab, after Pete left. And then the whole way down the article, they're going to say, after the
tatted ex of Kim Kardashian. It's so annoying.
Why do they do that?
Pete. His name is Pete.
I was reading a different article the other day that was doing it so much, I couldn't read it.
And the longer the article is, the crazier it gets. Because first it says Pete.
Then it says SNL star.
Then it says Davidson. Davidson, 37. Then it says SNL star. Then it says King of Staten Island.
Yep.
Famous singleton.
It's insane.
It's so annoying.
It's unclear
And then when it's somebody who's like a multi-hyphenate, they'll be like, the rapper mogul turned inspirational artist.
Oh, I think it might have been about Jay-Z. And I'm like, it's easier to just write Jay-Z than to write the Rock Nation head of talent.
No, right. And he is a lot of things. So just like call him a rapper or call him Jay.
No, but I like it's a very weird thing that they do. And as someone, I want you to sound up in the comments, like if you work in journalism, like why do they have to do it?
SEO,
You
like then
think
your
so?
article has buzzwords in it, you know?
Interesting. Okay.
Even though I actually read something, and by read I mean somebody told me, really interesting that like SEO is kind of going the way of the horse and buggy because of Google Gemini. Like the top populated answer just like pops up for you, and like it doesn't matter, try as you may to get on the first page of results. Like if what Gemini wants, Gemini gets.
I have had a really good experience with Gemini.
You will never hear me saying a bad word about Google Gemini. I love her.
Yeah, sometimes they phone it in. Just say like you don't know, and say like this isn't a question that we really generated answers to.
But when it doesn't populate, it's like makes me sad.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm alone in this world.
No,
like,
and it's like, what am I, 11 at the school library? I'm just like brought back to a time of inefficiency.
No, it makes me feel like my question is stupid because nobody else has asked it. But there's no such thing as a stupid question.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's
never stop asking why.
It's unclear exactly what led to their feud, but it did affect their joint purchase of the decommissioned Staten Island ferry, which they had planned to turn into a live entertainment space, but they obviously have not.
They gotta just sink it, you know? It's gotta take on water, put them out of their misery. Sometimes a project like that is just, I know they want to recoup their money. It wasn't the greatest idea, but they could have made it work because they're like two famous, interesting guys that everybody likes. So if they had turned this old ferry into like a floating comedy club and had, you know, Dave Chappelle come one time, it would have become huge like the Comedy Cellar. But they didn't do it. They don't have the entrepreneurial spirit.
I still don't understand why this didn't work. It's a good idea.
Because they broke up as friends.
Oh, but don't you think if they broke up as friends because it didn't work? What came first?
It said that the rift was behind the scenes at SNL. So they kind of made it sound like they had a bad working relationship towards the end of Pete's time there.
Perhaps. Or maybe it was about that Pete didn't stay. Who knows?
No, I feel like everyone's on their own journey when it comes to SNL. Like you would never get mad at somebody for leaving.
Well, I hope that they can make up. Hopefully it's not that serious. Nothing a watch can't fix.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And maybe it was Pete's fault because I do feel like he's in this like phase of atonement and trying to better himself. And so he's like making amends and trying to win Colin back over because maybe he did something wrong.
I agree.
Are you ready for our next story?
I think the question is, are you ready for our next story? Because our next story is brought to you by Dreamland Baby, one of Jackie's favorite sponsors.
It is. Dreamland Baby is a sponsor of today's show, and it's one of my favorite Bebe brands for Bebe products. They make the best products for baby sleep, pajamas, clothing, blankets, swaddles, everything for so many different reasons. One, they use great materials in their products, but two, they have the Dreamland Baby Sleep Sack, which is the weighted sleep sack. They also have the weighted sleep swaddle, and it is so amazing because it does for a baby or a toddler what a gravity blanket does for an adult, which is promotes calm, reduces anxiety, which all in all results in better sleep for baby, which by the theory of osmosis results in better sleep for you. So
for mama.
If A equals B and B equals C, then C equals better sleep for you. And we
Then head
love
to
that.
dreamlandbaby.com.
Then we love that for you. So Dreamland Baby Co. is a one-stop destination for baby sleep, honestly, because you can also get pajamas. They use really great fabrics, top quality fabrics. I'm really particular about pajamas. I want them to be super soft and made with great materials. So you can go to dreamlandbabyco.com and enter our code TOAST at checkout to receive 20% off site-wide plus free shipping. This offer is for new and existing customers, so that is a great promo code TOAST at dreamlandbabyco.com, your one-stop shop for bebe, kid, toddler sleep and vis-a-vis sleep for you.
I'm a couple weeks away from having to place my first order.
Oh, I'm so excited for you to like realize what Dreamland Baby is about and be like, oh, it's magic.
Today's episode is also brought to you by Roback. With summer right around the corner, it's summer nights, babe! And it's time to get that summer body ready with Roback. It's time to throw away your crusty, dusty workout sets and revamp your closet. Roback's active dresses and their shorts are the most comfortable things ever. It's really like a terrible nightmare when you have to pull an entire active dress down to go to the bathroom, especially when you're a little bit sweaty, you've been out in public, like you're not the most gargy-pargy you've ever been. Well, the Roback dress has built-in shorts that you can pull down without having to pull the entire dress down. So now, with all your bathroom breaks, you still look cute and not have to deal with the disaster of stripping all the way down and being like naked in a public bathroom. It's humiliating. And if you perchance feel like inspired to run a 5K, Roback has you covered there. They have great shorts that are great for training. They look really good. They will hit you just right, like in the mid-rise spot. So you're really comfortable. They come in cute colors, so you'll be stylish too. And the last thing I just want to say before I give you guys a code, which I know everybody's waiting for, they have great jogger sets, and I'm very much in my comfy era now, but you still want to look presentable, especially on the toast. And a set from Roback, they have great men's stuff too, is really pargy. Like, it's easy. It's the easiest way to get dressed in the morning, but you're still going to look good. So use our code TOAST at Roback.com. You'll receive a generous 20% off your first order through the end of this week. That's Roback, spelled RHOBACK.com. And our code is TOAST, TOAST, for 20% off your first order through the end of this week. Roback.com. Don't sleep on the men's stuff too. Today's episode is also brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. So whether you're just starting out or you're managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place and all on your terms. So there's quite literally no reason why you don't have a party website when Squarespace exists, and their design intelligence. So Design Intelligence from Squarespace combines 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology. It'll help you unlock your strongest creative potential. So Design Intelligence empowers anyone, literally anyone, you don't have to be a rocket scientist, to build a beautiful, more personalized website tailored to your unique needs. You can craft a bespoke digital identity to use across your entire online presence. They also have tons of different features, whatever you're looking to create a website for. So if you work in e-commerce, they have Squarespace Payments. It's the easiest way to manage all your payments in one place. You can get onboarded really simply and then give your customers more ways to pay with Klarna, ACH Direct Debit, Apple Pay, Afterpay, ClearPay if you live in the UK. You can connect social media and multimedia accounts to your website through Squarespace. You can sell content. They have different SEO tools if you're still using SEO. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial. Right? Yikes. When you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/toast to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. That's squarespace.com for the free trial. And when you're ready to launch, squarespace.com/toast to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain.
Thank you, Turdmain.
You're welcome, Jermaine.
Our next story is some great news. Lala Kent has settled her 3-year custody battle with her ex, Randall Emmett, over their daughter, Ocean. She says, I'm very, very happy. So during an Amazon live stream on Tuesday, Lala shared that her and Randall have settled their 3-year custody battle over their daughter. She said, you guys...
Oh my God, I didn't know that this was still going on, and I didn't know that it had been settled.
Yeah, it just got settled. She said, you guys, the custody battle is over. It's officially ended. We're done with it, so there's my tea for the day. She expressed how overjoyed she was to be able to reach a legal agreement with Randall. She said, after over 3 years, we have signed an agreement that is best for our daughter, Ocean. So I'm very, very happy about that. She admitted that the process has weighed on her heart and soul for so long. She said, I'm sure it's been the same for my ex, and I'm just so happy that we were able to get to a good place for the well-being of our kid. That was nice of her to give him grace and say it's probably been hard for him too.
Well, maybe he gave her a generous deal at the end, because I feel like guys like that, Guys like that like don't care about how much custody they have. They just use it to torture the mother. Because the mother's over here like fighting for every minute and the dad's just using it as a weapon. That's just like a feeling I have. I don't know that to be true.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope she got so much custody. I'm so happy. I figured this was still ongoing because we did never hear of anything being resolved. But just to think that she's been like going through this still while she was pregnant, while she had a newborn, and like she's still in these proceedings. I'm so glad that it's over. I hope that she has a wonderful agreement and can enjoy this new phase of her life.
This is just like I felt this last night because I watched What Happens Live and Tom Sandoval was the guest, and it was literally like a blast from the past. I know the last season of Vanderpump Rules was only ended like a year ago, but to me, like they kind of feel like graduated seniors. So anytime I hear about them, it's like, oh my God, like it's such a blast. And that's how I just felt hearing about Lala. I'm glad she's doing well. And I'm glad she's like still working, doing Amazon Live, like making money because, you know, losing Vanderpump is a
But she'll be on the
loss.
Valley.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure her and Sheena.
Oh.
I don't know. I can't
And
remember.
Tom Schwartz.
And Tom Schwartz because he's Lala's boyfriend, yeah.
Because he's Lala's boyfriend.
Yeah, she couldn't be without him.
Yeah. It's such a throwback. And Tom Sandoval was like such a loser on Watch Happens Live last night. He's having a moment because of Traitors.
Yeah.
And he's like been really funny. But he's still himself, you know? And so just to see him, and it was him and Kyle, like tool bags of the century. Like it was so losery. Like
That's rough.
They were both trying to like out cringe each other. But Tom Sandoval honestly like won with flying colors. I can't lie. And it was just so... And
did he have anything interesting to say, Tom Sandoval? I saw
No.
that he spoke about Jax's addiction, saying like, yeah, we knew.
but he didn't actually say it in an obnoxious way.
No,
like,
but I'm
because the question was like, was this a shock to you? And he was actually quite respectful. He was like, listen, it's so huge that he is 83 days sober, and was giving him a lot of credit. And he's like, you know, like I was with him, like we partied for 20 years together. So he's like, I don't know if I knew how bad it was, but I knew that like he was still doing it. And like, you know, we've all sort of grown out of it. I thought he was really respectful, actually. I liked the answer.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what you would think, like that he wasn't hiding.
They partied.
That's his best friend at certain points in his life. Like he knows what's going on with him, but maybe not like deep down.
Yeah. So it was a good answer.
Yeah. Oh.
And his girlfriend was there in the audience.
Oh, a new one? What about the girl that was like,
Victoria.
I got Sandoval, and then she was like, never mind, no, I didn't.
No, I think that's her because they said they've been together for a year.
You're lying. She literally tried to smear him once again, and
I
then
think
was
it's
like,
her.
Citral Z, he didn't do it.
She was sitting in the Oprah seats.
Wow, he's very forgiving.
Yeah, one of the questions was like, which of your castmates is less likely to cheat on their partner, you or Jax or something? And he like had to think about it. And his girlfriend's sitting right there. It was really weird.
That's funny. Well, I should have made that fifth story so we could talk about Bravo, but we do still have a fifth story.
That's okay.
Sarah Hyland is on Broadway, if you didn't know, and she's in The Great Gatsby, if you didn't know that that's now a Broadway show. Things I didn't know any of this. So
no, Broadway is obsessed with like unoriginal content these days. Now I'm not complaining because The Greatest Showman is coming to Broadway, but like...
So Sarah Hyland calls her role in The Great Gatsby musical deliciously complex as she returns to Broadway.
Who does she play?
She is playing Daisy Buchanan, the magnetic 1920s socialite whose ethereal beauty, vulnerable innocence, and longing for security quickly makes her the object of protagonist Jay Gatsby's all-consuming obsession.
I followed her on social media for a while, and she was like always posting videos of herself singing, and I do believe she has a Broadway background.
Yeah.
So this isn't shocking. I think sometimes when like celebrities go to Broadway, like Broadway people hate it, but a lot of them come from Broadway, so it's like kind of a homecoming of sorts. And I think that's what's going on with Sarah Hyland.
If you got the stuff, you just got to prove yourself. I think everyone has to prove themselves, but if you are worthy, then welcome.
Did you
As
see?
if I'm like on Broadway.
Right. Or like have been to a Broadway. Have ever been to a Broadway show. I don't know if you saw a viral video. Nikki Blonsky was actually spotted at, I don't know if it was like a drag club. It was like looked like a drag club, a club with a stage. And there was like, you know, cocktail waitresses around singing You Can't Stop the Beat.
I didn't see.
It went viral for a multitude of reasons. Let me tell you why. One, it was one of the like worst vocal performances of our generation. Like she could not hit a note if it killed her. Just
Maybe
a
she
singular
was
note.
drunk, like out with friends doing karaoke. Was she the
Okay.
paid talent, or it was
I
like
don't know. So people
fun-
in the crowd were like throwing dollar bills at her. She was accepting tips. Like, looked like she was working.
No, I really see, and not that I saw the video, but like to me that sounds like a gag. Like, oh my gosh, there's a stage, it's Nikki Blonsky, sing your song, and she's been like out drinking, and it's like not going to be the best.
Well, it goes without saying, like, if I'm ever in a facility with a stage and Nikki Blonsky walks in, like,
you're
I'm
gonna
getting that
get
bitch
up
on
there
stage.
and you're gonna sing "You Can't Stop the Beat," and I'm gonna throw
I'm
dollar bills at you.
I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna get on stage.
I'm talking to Nikki.
Nikki, yeah. So maybe that's what happened.
I feel like that's what happened because that's just kind of like natural human behavior.
Yeah, we're only human.
Like, it's to see Nikki Blonsky and like put her to work.
I've actually never physically seen Nikki Blonsky, and that's definitely something I want to work on.
If you saw Nikki Blonsky, would you? One of my favorite things is like when people sing for celebrities.
Yeah, that guy.
It's so everyone does it, and like now it's funny because they like do it bad. If you saw Nikki Blonsky, would you sing for her?
No.
Who's the celebrity you would sing for?
Like other celebrities who are good singers, like Celine Dion. You know that video of the woman singing Celine Dion?
Yeah, she rolls up the window.
That is an edit. She didn't roll up the window, but somebody made like an AI where like she rolled it up because the girl like wasn't amazing.
No, the thing is, it only works when it's not amazing. I don't want to see someone actually sing.
I would sing for Kelly.
Oh, that's good. And I feel like all the publicists now have like told their clients, this is a thing. Just tell
Somebody
them it's good.
might sing for you.
Tell them it's good, clap, and move on.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
I love it
so
too.
awkward.
I know. Let's do Summer House recap. Last night's episode was the Paige versus Kyle conundrum we've been waiting for.
Showdown.
It was also the gender reveal, which I said it last week and I said it again. Like lots of points in Carl's column for me. Like he was being so funny. And there really was no other way for him to handle that. Like she sprung it on the group and yeah, it's unfortunate that's his ex-fiance, but you know what? Like he was a really good sport about it and I have a lot of respect for how he handled it.
Yeah, and like if you wanted that to be your baby, like you wouldn't have broken up with her like 2 months before your wedding. So that's why I don't like feel sorry for him, and it's just a little awkward, sure. And I felt like everyone was like, ugh, like, and I hate games. And if someone made me do that, I'd be like, ugh. But then once I get into it, they're like all sweating, huffing and puffing and feeling really competitive. Like that was really funny.
I liked how everybody got really into it. It was really sweet. And like, they're all so excited for Lindsay. I enjoyed it a lot. Except, you know, it comes as a surprise to nobody. Who's really bothering me is Danielle. Because I know her and Lindsay are like on good terms, but she's saying like a lot of rude things.
No, she's so rude and then so supportive, like, and then so helpful, like cleaning up dinner, setting up the gender reveal, being the one to set the table, being so fucking rude to Lindsay and saying nasty comments, but being so helpful and a really good friend.
She's like, oh, gender reveal, is that going to be a sponsored post? Like, oh, jealous.
Yeah, or like Turner should be here. Like,
yes.
no, says the nastiest things, so helpful. Because she cleans
I
up.
can't get a read on her. Like, and even next week they're sitting at the beach.
I think she's just all of those things.
They're sitting at the beach and she's like grilling Lindsay about the fact that Lindsay doesn't live with her boyfriend. Like, it's clearly an unconventional relationship. They got pregnant by accident. They were only dating for a few months. Like, they're doing their best. And like, she's so critical. Like, and you know what? Look inward. What do you have going on? Like, she's so critical. If you're going to be that critical, you have to be in the perfect relationship, have the perfect life. And she's not. So shut up.
No, I think she's just all of the above.
Yeah.
You know, and
she's pissing me off.
She's probably also the one carrying Lindsay's beach chair, like getting her a drink, getting her a snack, like taking care, and also being so nasty. Like, that's who she is. I'm just going to accept it.
And then, like, Jesse's going on about the Instagram comments that, like, I actually agree with Lexi on so wholeheartedly, especially because now she's sharing. They spent all night with her parents, right? They met the parents. They went clubbing. They spent the whole night together. And he's sleeping in her bed. And so it's so not an unreasonable thing for her to say about the Instagram comments. And Danielle's like, and you guys aren't even exclusive, right? Like, shut up.
Yeah, and it bothers me that the other girls aren't encouraging Jessie to take it seriously, and their reactions are making Jessie feel like she's being unreasonable and that like her jealousy is gonna come between them. When I wish that they would, and this is an issue that we've seen in everybody's relationship where like no one wants to be mature in their relationship. Like they want everyone to like act like they're fun and party and whatever and not like take things seriously. And so that bothers me. And it's like boding poorly for Jessie and Lexi. And I feel like now it's like, oh, they're about to start hating each other.
No, and it's wrong, especially coming from Sierra, because she has the most experience with the guys in this house who are like douchey and like she really wants like a real relationship out of it, and they like will give her nothing. And so Lexi's over here from day one demanding excellence, and Sierra should like agree with that and support that, not be like, whoa, dude, that's like so crazy. It's not.
Yeah, and Jesse being like, I don't want to change who I am, which is like a, the right thing to say. That's like a nice thought. It's like, you don't have to change who you are by just like tamping down the Instagram comments. And then also now you get to leave all those comments on her profile. Like you get to be that way for just her. And that's a really nice thing.
Now, the meat and the potatoes of the episode was the whole Hannah, Paige, Craig, Kyle thing.
Yeah.
And I found it so interesting. Now, the crook, like the core of the fight, Kyle's wrong. He has an issue with Hannah and he has an issue with Craig. What that has to do with Paige? Nothing. Like, and he's wrong for rage texting her. Like and it's mostly wrong to Amanda. Like, because historically, anytime he has started a fight with Paige, it has made it really difficult for Amanda. So if he was even a decent husband, he would take his grievances with Hannah out on Hannah, and he would take his grievances out with Craig on Craig.
Well,
not
that's the
Paige.
thing. It's because of Amanda. He should just shut his mouth on everything and not start stuff, because it puts his wife in like a really bad position. It excavates all this stuff that they obviously don't discuss and don't want to discuss. And even though Kyle is hurt about this or that, he should have swallowed it for Amanda, because she is like so sad now and it's just made a mess of things. And it's not like things are even going to get fixed. So like, why'd you have to go and say something? And I do understand, like, when Craig texted Paige being like, that would be like Craig yelling at Amanda for Kyle taking a deal with Home and Hearth. I'm like, oh, well, that would be preposterous.
Yeah.
Preposterous. I could understand how, like, if someone does something, if you're friends with someone and their partner does something, like, you would mention it to them if you're super close with them. But, like, given the history and the Amanda of it all and how things are so tenuous as it is, shut your mouth.
But now we're talking about the tenuous nature, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about Hannah. We're talking about all, and I find it so interesting.
Like, it turns out we've been walking on eggshells.
Yeah, and I have a lot of sympathy for Paige, because that's really hard. And these are like the two biggest things in her life, like personally, but also professionally: Summer House and Giggly Squad, and that's Amanda. And that's Hannah. And that must be really hard. And so for it to be brought up again, like, I understand why she like just like blacked out and got mad. Like, she's 100% justified. It's like 3 years of shit that they've never talked about.
That she's been swallowing, that she didn't say.
And Kyle is wrong. Like, that's also important. Like, he's just wrong on both accounts. Like,
yeah.
By the way, that is what happened with Hannah. Like, and so what Paige is saying is, like, a couple of years ago, you got so mad at my friend because she did an ad with a drink company. And that's exactly what's happening with Craig right now. So it's like, we're literally in the same position. And I think Paige is like, I don't think Paige looks back on that time, like, how it was handled positively. So she's like, I'm not doing that again. Like, we're not doing this again.
No, and like, Hannah did the ad with the drink brand. And because of that, Kyle and Hannah never spoke again. And Paige said, like, if we keep going this way, then Kyle and Craig will never speak again. And like, that's not what she wants for her life. That's not what she wants for her friendship with Amanda, that their partners would have such beef. And so she's trying to nip it in the bud. But yeah, it's the exact same thing.
Yeah, so it was kind of crazy. I feel like Paige doesn't really throw down a lot. And when she does, like, you really have to get her to a place of being really mad. And that's where we got last night. And then also really sad.
Yeah, really sad. Because also then I was like realizing the friendship piece of it. And I guess I just always like assumed, oh, it works even though Hannah and Amanda like wouldn't be close. But I didn't realize how close they all once were. And like Paige saying, like, if I ever had a bachelorette party, like, Hannah and Amanda can't both come.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought like her friendship with Amanda was just like convenient summer friendship. Like, I know her friendship with Hannah is like really real, and I don't know why I just thought it wasn't on the same level as the Amanda one, but apparently I was wrong.
Yeah.
That was just like a vibe I got.
Yeah. No, I would think the same. But no, she takes both relationships really seriously, and it like kind of kills her that her friends aren't friends, especially because they used to all be best friends. Like, that's tough. Yeah. It's not like I have my home friends and my camp friends, and they're not close, but they don't need to be. It's like, no, we were a threesome, and now I am still best friends with each of you, but we can't be like we once were.
Do you think that like we've seen the last of Bailey? Because they made it sound like, oh, where's Bailey? She's having boyfriend troubles. Bye. Like, we'll never see her again. It was just kind of, I felt like it was closing the chapter on her completely.
Yeah, I didn't even hear that. And
they were like, where's Bailey? Is she coming this weekend? And somebody's like, no, she's having boyfriend troubles. And then they moved on. And I feel like we'll never hear about her again.
I don't think we'll hear about her again. And I didn't even realize. So that's okay.
What else happened after the fight?
Jesse and Lexi went in the hot tub. Oh, Wes stayed out. Wes was like making me chuckle.
Yeah. And he, one more thing. I saw a great tweet that was like, pointed such a lie in Kyle's story. Because Kyle's whole thing is that Craig is lying. Craig says, like, Sprit Society came to me with this opportunity and I ran it by you and I told you about it and I gave you the first right of refusal and Kyle's like, well, you didn't. You never gave me the opportunity. Like I told you I needed a minute to come up with the proposal. Meanwhile, at the table, Sierra's like, could we still invest? And he had the proposal right there. Yeah, minimum $25,000. Like,
yeah, and it was the same one since 2019.
Carl.
So, yeah, so when Craig
what work did you need to do for Craig?
Right, he was able to regurgitate it in 2 seconds at the table. Why not at his dinner with Craig?
Yeah, and I wish that at the table they had like a little bit more of like a referendum on Loverboy. Like it so needs to happen. Like because especially with every season, like Sierra is now becoming even more influential. She's on Traders. Like everybody's stock goes up the more seasons go by, and I think it starts to bother them more.
Yeah,
and I would love to have like a big roundtable discussion about it.
Yeah, but also as people have shared, like Bravo probably owns a bit of Loverboy because of that like Bethany thing.
Yeah.
Like now any brand that like someone starts on the show and like gets heavily promoted, like Bravo has a piece of, which makes sense.
Which is fair.
So like Bravo has a stake in having it at all the parties, but even every other brand, no brand on any show gets as much play as Loverboy does on Summer House.
Forcibly.
Like it should be called Lummer House.
Literally. Summer Boy.
Literally. They are one and the same.
Yeah.
And I feel bad that like the things were affecting their business because she was saying like, I'm getting DMs, like, but it's like, that's what happens when you make a business as a public figure and like you're on TV, like you have to ride the waves of public opinion. It's not always
you can't just get the good ones and not ride out the bad ones.
It goes up and down and that's par for the course. So acting like someone did you dirty because of that, like that's what you signed up for.
The overall flaw, and I think what Amanda said, she was like, nobody knows how hard this has been on me and Kyle and our marriage. And it's like, well, what's going on is like nobody really has wronged you. So it's more so that there are problems in your marriage, not problems in the outside world that are affecting your marriage.
Well, I think that Amanda agrees with like Paige in this situation. I think she thinks Kyle's wrong. And I think when they go home, like she is like, you shouldn't have texted Paige. You shouldn't have, you should drop the Hannah thing. Like, can I be friends with Hannah? I think she gets mad at him because he took those things away from her. But she has to like publicly sit at the table and have his back. But privately, she's like so mad that he's put her in this position. And that affects their relationship.
I don't know if this is mean to say, but like I really toggle between having a lot of sympathy for Amanda, but then also being like, this is your bed. Like he's such a bad husband and he puts her in such bad spots and it's so wrong. Last year, I feel like it was a real highlight. Like when she was in a really bad place and he could not have cared less. Like,
yeah.
And I feel like he's just so terrible to her and he makes her life so hard professionally, personally, her relationships. And I know like when the cameras are off, she definitely like rips him a new asshole for sure. We don't see that. And she's a good wife for being like somewhat supportive, as supportive as you can be for somebody who's so crazy. But also like demand better for yourself, you know?
Yeah. And
I guess just want to shake her.
We don't see a lot of the good times. And I have to imagine that they're there. Otherwise,
I have to imagine.
Like, otherwise, what are they doing together? Like if it's only just like the fighting on the weekend about this or that, we don't like see what bonds them, and that makes it hard to understand like why she puts herself in this position. But I have to imagine that there's good there.
That's a really good point. Like it's there has to be some great love, or
yeah, like she's not on the brink of like leaving him. I do feel like they are solid.
They're together,
right. So can we see a little bit of that?
It would be nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's Summer House recap. That's our show. A Nasafi.
It's Nasaf?
I mean, it's like an hour. Like, that's so regular of us. What are we? A bunch of regular podcasters who talk for an hour?
Nasafi Thursday.
Ben Nasafer.
Ben Nasafer.
Guys, thank you so much. True gratitude. Sending you love and... Oh, let me see if I got an answer on my Rascal Fox
okay.
proposal.
Just tell me if it's over or under. I feel weird. Like
I didn't get it.
But wouldn't you feel weird, like actually, like letting everyone know their price tag? I feel like that's private, right?
Sorry, say it again. I was
like if you got
phone.
the number, like would you feel weird sharing it?
Oh, I think that's like kind of like an industry no.
Right? No, because like towards them, like I don't know, they just deserve like privacy.
Yeah, it's like your rates are kind of personal.
Yeah, I feel like their rates are personal. So if you ever get your answer, just let us know if I lowballed or highballed. That's all.
And what was your number? 250.
250. Okay,
the campaign funding starts today.
Yeah, we'll start. Like, how much would they have to save every day to reach 250 by July? You know,
right? How many days are between now and July? March, April, May, June. So let's say like 120, roughly.
Okay. And we have 250,000 we need to hit. Divide by 100.
Is that like $2,000 a day?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like a little out of my budget.
Wait, hold on. Let's go by week. How many months did you say?
120 days.
But okay, how many months is that? That's like 4 months.
16 weeks.
16 weeks. Okay, divide by 16. $15,000 a week.
That sounds worse than $2,000 a day.
I guess I could have just done the 2,000 times.
Yeah, 2 times 7.
Yeah, that's funny.
Thank you so much for listening to the Toast of Blood Morning Show, where we deliver the fast stories you need to every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast. Yeah, that's right. We're podcasters. Anywhere podcasts can be found. Yeah. That's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places where we listen to podcasts. Find us, so just leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and wickedly talented we are. I'm moving on.
Love ya. Bye.